Today, I am going to share with you 17 tips on how to work from home without losing your mind. And we're starting right now. So my very first tip is you absolutely have to get outside when you first wake up in the morning. If you can, go outside, have your coffee outside. Even if you just go outside and just breathe in some fresh air, it is so important to start your day off and get a brain boost early by just getting some vitamin D. My next tip is that you have to get dressed. Like, you have to get showered and get dressed as if you were going into the office. I'm not talking about putting on a suit or putting on some uncomfortable clothing. I just mean you have to get dressed and get yourself up and ready to be productive, although relaxed, for the day. Is to bring a plant or some fresh flowers into your space. For me, it is super important for me to have plants just surrounding me if I have to be inside for a really long time. It'll just be a breath of fresh air for you. Have a dedicated workspace so that when you're done with work, you're done with work. Even if it's just a little corner someplace in your house, especially if you find that you're having to work from home every day for a long period of time. I know it's tempting. Just look at that. I know it is tempting, but do not do it. Do not work from that sofa. Before you know it. The other thing about working from the sofa or from a really comfortable chair is that by the end of the day, you just feel kind of sluggish. It's like you tend to keep this really lethargic, I need a nap feeling. So if you can avoid it, work from a desk chair or from just a chair that will help you to sit upright at your desk. It'll help you to be more productive, and it'll just help your day to go much better. This one is really, really important, and that is to be intentional about your breaks. It is so important when you're working from home to be very intentional about your breaks, to get up and get your blood flowing, to get moving, and to really just separate yourself from work for a little while. If you aren't intentional about your breaks, you can go, it'll be 2 o'clock before you know it, and you won't have moved from your seat, you won't have eaten anything. If you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not. Hit that notifications bell and you will be reminded every time I post a new video. So take the time to thumb through a cookbook on your break. When you have some time, take your cookbook outside if you can. If you can't, just sit there, thumb through that cookbook and figure out something adventurous to try for dinner that night. I think a lot of us find ourselves at home more now and having the opportunity, or some of us are actually being forced to cook more at home. So pull out those cookbooks and take advantage of the opportunity to be adventurous in your kitchen. This one is a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna tell you, because I know for myself it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Do not turn that television on. It's okay if you're gonna turn it on to like a scene, some water, a fireplace, you know, some flowers, plant life, something. But don't you turn your favorite show on. Don't have on anything on that screen that you are the least bit, anything that you are the least bit interested in, or it will be a full-blown distraction and you will be lounging on that sofa, being completely unproductive before you know it. Take time to work outside. Maybe you're pulling your laptop out there with you. You can bring and print a document that you would have otherwise read from inside or on your computer. Take it outside. Use it as an opportunity to change the scenery. Really is a refresher for your day. My next tip is to use video when you are in a conference call that allows videos. It helps you to have more of a presence. You get to see your colleagues, you get to connect with them a bit more, and it really is just a nice opportunity to stay connected even though you aren't physically in the company of those humans. Another way to really stay connected and engaged on a more personal level with your colleagues is to reach out to them for ideas on things to cook, on movies to watch, on what shows are they binge watching on Netflix these days, and do they have any recommendations for you? And just kind of keep a list of binge-worthy TV shows and movie recommendations. Another tip when you're working from home and you find yourself on a ton of conference calls, a ton of WebEx, all sorts of things, mute your phone. Sometimes you just don't realize it. It doesn't come second nature to all of us, but it is so important that you mute your phone for the sanity of the people on the other side of that call. Mute your phone. My next tip is to play some up-tempo music. Now, I don't mean you have to have your music blasting all day long, but I just mean if you're working on something and you're feeling like you're in a bit of a lull, then turn on a little bit of music. It will just serve as another pick-me-up. It will help you to, again, stay relaxed but very productive. My next tip is to stay hydrated and keep some healthy snacks at hand. So I have to have things like sliced oranges out. I'll try and have nuts, peanut butter crackers, that kind of thing, so that I am not so prone to reach for the bag of chips or the cookies. The healthy options are gonna just kind of keep you going instead of giving you a quick sugar crash. My next tip is to keep moving. While you're working from home, you will do a lot of sitting. It is just inevitable. You're on conference calls there for an hour and a half, sometimes longer. Before you know it, you have another meeting starting right after that, and you're sitting for 3 hours. So I encourage you to jump up as often as you can, even if you just get up to go look out the window. One of the things that I've been doing is wearing my Fitbit lately, and it gives me a reminder every 30 minutes to get 250 steps. It's a really good reminder for me to get up and get moving. My next tip is to take advantage of the perks of working from home. It really is a privilege to be able to work from home, and you have your kitchen nearby, you have your bedroom nearby, everything is very comfortable and very private, and you have access to some things that you wouldn't have access to if you were working from your office. So one of the things that I really like to do is to, when I'm taking a break, I'll go in my kitchen and I'll make something that I wouldn't otherwise be able to make. One of the things that I love to eat are yogurt parfaits, and so I will go, I make like this absolutely delicious homemade granola. It is by far the best granola you will ever eat. I will never buy granola again because it is way too good. But so I'm constantly looking for things to sprinkle my granola over. Take advantage of the perks of working from home. Have a dance off with your kids. You know, if your kids are home with you, you can kill so many birds with one stone. When your kids are home, you can do a dance off. You all can make dinner together on your lunch break, or I don't know, take a bath on your lunch break. Go get an extra shower. Do something that you will enjoy that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. The last and probably most important thing that I want to share with you is to have a firm end time and let there be some sort of ritual that you do at the end of your day. That ritual can be you getting up, you cutting the light off to your office, and you just shutting that door and you don't go back in there. Your ritual could just be you cutting off your monitors and going to light a candle. Your ritual could be you cutting off those monitors, putting away your laptop, jumping in the shower, and then starting your evening. But you have to have some sort of ritual that will allow you to shut off your workday and begin enjoying your evening at home. I hope that you have found some of these tips helpful. I hope that you will try some of them. I promise you, not that you have to do all of them, but if you will just incorporate some of these things into your day, I promise that it will be much more productive. You will find working from home much more enjoyable, as it should be. The walls shouldn't close in on you so quickly. It really is a privilege to work from home. I am very grateful for the opportunity to work from home now. And yeah, I just wanted to share these tips with you. If you have not already, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with someone else you know that might be working from home. Subscribe if you are not. Hit that notifications bell and you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.